Once again, I want to thank you for taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule. Your time is precious. You are a very valuable person to me. You're a very unique person. Do you believe that? Do you believe that you are a very, very unique person? How about, do you believe that you are a special person? I believe every individual is special because God created us that way. Even though we have something called sin, we still are very unique in nature, the way that God created us. I wanted to bring an answer to a solution. Have you felt frustrated today? Have you felt pressure? Did you get up today and start thinking about your life? Maybe there's some confusion there. There's no real set plan of action. Isn't it funny how sometimes we get involved, or we get a new job, or we get into a relationship, or we start a network marketing business, and we find ourselves busy, and then all of a sudden something hits us really hard, and it's this: I really don't have a plan of action. I'm over here doing all of these things, but yet I really don't have a plan of action. I'm sure you've heard this said before, that if you don't plan, or people don't plan to fail, they fail because they don't plan. I use a calendar all the time. I'm always writing things down. And this morning I was just brainstorming, as I usually do, about my business, my network marketing business. I'm actually a full-time network marketer. And it doesn't have to necessarily be network marketing. It could be job. You could be on a job and feel frustrated because you may not feel a sense of direction or purpose or meaning. You may be in a relationship where you might feel that way. It can be a little. I don't let myself. One thing that I don't do is I don't let myself get frustrated. But for some people, it just obviously can be overwhelming. I was at a meeting a couple of nights ago. It was actually an association. I was there as a representation for Legal Shield. And towards the end of the meeting, we had a great meal. But towards the end of the meeting, it got a little bit heated between a business owner and the association itself. Not the association, but there was just two individuals that were kind of going back and forth a little bit. And I sat there and I observed the frustration. I mean, eventually I walked out. But I stood there most of the time, or at least I was sitting down at a table. And I watched this going back and forth. And it's really easy because of the way the laws are, the way that things are changing, the economy, just things that are going on around us. I mean, change is inevitable. We obviously, it's just something that we have to learn to accept. And we ourselves have to change. If we don't change and we keep going on in the same direction or the same way we think, if we don't look for avenues to make ourselves change. One of my coaches said, we can't reinvent the wheel, Santos. I said, no, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm trying to reinvent myself. Or I am reinventing myself. And that's exactly what we need to do in this point in time. We can't let ourselves get frustrated. That's something that, as a matter of fact, words like that, I don't even like to use in my vocabulary because it sets off an emotion. When you use the word frustration or worried or depressed or, the words of that nature. You get the picture here. I'm sure you can sense it when I share those words. You can feel how emotional we get. So I don't let myself get there. But obviously I go through these challenges too. One of the things that I do, and one of the things that I'm doing today, and I'm constantly doing this, is I brainstorm. I pull out my pad, or I'll bounce ideas off of other business owners, other coaches that I have in my life, and we'll go back and forth brainstorming. One thing that I would advise is to make sure that you keep good records of what you're doing, or at least a calendar of events. And hello, this is Santos speaking.